What a nice guy.
I'm gonna compliment you so hard. We're almost to 50, which means new thumbnails have to be done tonight, so that will be fun. You guys won't be here for that process. Just know that we have to do that. But per usual, actually hold on. Slight tidbit. New world. Look at it. Look at its fucking glory. It's so pretty. She made it.
It's super dope. Could literally hold parties here.
We can literally get so crunk right here. It's awesome.
We can get so wasted. All the boys.
I was thinking, honestly, if we wanted to use this world as like a party world too, and we're hanging out with friends, I might add a toggle and put like the spin the bottle drunk table right.
Oh my god, disco floor.
That I am not doing.
God damn it! I forgot I have Taco Bell on the soundboard now, and Foxy likes it.
Just wait until your brother gets into the chat.
He's not allowed.
Taco Bell.
I'll disable it. You've never had Taco Bell?
Never once.
So you don't know the joys of a Crunchwrap Supreme?
Nope.
What's wrong with you?
I had a sip of a Baja Blast like one time my entire life.
Go to Taco Bell and get a Crunchwrap
Can
Supreme.
we get someone to order
show up to his house?
To his house?
So, hear me out. You know, respectfully as a homie, I need you to dox yourself to me so I can DoorDash you Taco Bell. You will find out how good they are.
So, like, I don't have any, like, I know how some people like to die by some of their fast food joints. I have no, like, real preference for some of them or, like, any distaste in any of them. I've just never been a big fast food guy person. Like, periodically,
that's fair.
Like, I'll hit, like, a Panda or a Subway, but, like, usually... Taco Bell is not on my list. And that's partially because when I was a kid, we always made jokes about like losing your lower half of your body. Yeah, to Taco Bell.
That's very valid.
So that's part of it.
That's fair.
I think I got the worst case of food poisoning from Taco Bell.
Oh, yeah, I did too.
But we're gonna preach it to the gods that it's good.
It's good drunk food.
It's really good drunk food. It's
so this past weekend I was in the Dominican for my brother-in-law's bachelor party.
Oh god.
So we were out getting turned all weekend. And, dude, the hotel that we were at, it was a resort. They had all included like dining, everything like that, like whatever you wanted, you had to pay. And I probably had like 4 plates at the buffet a meal. And like they were dinner sized plates, and like I probably had more alcohol in this past weekend than I think my entire 24 years of life combined.
Dude.
And we got fucking sloshed, and it was a great time. And we went clubbing too.
Dude, that's
me tonight.
No, that's gonna be us in literally 2 months' time. Because
that's true.
Here's the thing. I know all of your guys' alcohol tolerance levels fairly enough at this point. You guys have never partied with me in real life. And listen, if it's one thing I'm good at, it's getting people drunk.
Mine depends on the type of alcohol. You give me vodka, it takes me a while.
I'm giving you a buzzball.
Let's not do that. That made my stomach upset on my birthday. Let's not do that.
Are buzzballs, like, are they sugary drinks? I've never had them. I've seen them, but I've never had one.
It's like wine and typically either vodka and rum mixed. It's about 15.1% alcohol.
Oh, that sounds awful.
So they're not supposed to taste the greatest, I'll be honest. The red ones and the green ones are your safest bet. They're called buzz balls.
And fun.
They are fun because of their name, and it comes in a little ball. And one of those alone should get you pretty cruising.
Like wasted?
Not wasted, unless your tolerance is low.
I've always been a vodka and Red Bull kind of guy.
Those are good.
I throw those back a lot. The issue with that is there's a lot of sugar in Red Bull. And typically, like, if I'm throwing back shots as well in the evening, that's when I typically find myself getting sick. Especially if I'm mixing colors too much. with like rum or any other things like that because I also like whiskey. I like anything except for beer and wine. I'll drink like gin, any of that other stuff, but
That's fair. Beer
can't get
is
into wine or beer.
piss water, and you can't tell me otherwise. I will say, I'm not a big wine person, but if you've ever had a beatbox, those are really good, and they're cheap.
What is a beatbox?
You can buy a beatbox
it's-
at a gas station for like $1.15.
Yeah.
Is it just like boxed wine?
It's like boxed wine, but it tastes like Kool-Aid. You don't taste the liquor in it much.
So dead ass?
I'm being so dead ass. They are my favorite thing to buy
I
because,
might have
like,
to try those.
you know, like the fiance can get like an entire case of tweez to himself, and he'll need to go
Yeah.
through all of that to feel something. Drop me off, and I'll get 3 beatboxes. I'm gonna slam the first one, and halfway through the second, the first one's effects are kicking in, and the third one's just for fun at
And
that
you're-
point.
Yeah.
And I spent all of maybe $6.
Well, one I tried recently that I liked a lot was did you guys see the Monster Energy seltzers?
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, I thought they were gonna be shit. I bought a
They're
whole 12
really
pack of them,
good!
dude.
They're
They are
really good!
especially the white one. And I was like, holy crap, this is weird. And like, I threw. Well, we do guys' nights periodically, and we always drink during those. And like, I threw back so many cans of those things, and they're like 12%. It's like, oh, this is nothing. I'm not getting turned at all. And then it all hit, and I was like, oh.
I want to say beatbox is around
It's like,
12%.
here we go.
And
Yeah.
dude, they're
It's
so fucking good.
15.
I will say the only like soda or energy drink turned liquor that I was not a fan of, the Arizona iced tea hards taste like shit. They do not
Yeah.
taste
I have
good.
not liked anything. I don't know why. I tried they made sour gummies recently. I did try those too. I didn't like them. I don't know
I
what
feel
it
like
is.
they should
They
just
can't
stick
get
to
out of
what
the
they
drink.
know.
Yeah. It's a weird thing. I heard they were talking about doing a Dr. Pepper mixed drink.
Ew.
And if that becomes a thing, because rum and Coke, I don't mind too much. It depends on who makes it, and what the ratios they put in, obviously. But like, if it's a proper ratio, I wouldn't mind trying it. Though, like that'd be one of those things you'd have like one of those and you'd chill because it's a lot of sugar.
Yeah, that is not. I'll say I think my go-to is I just go for like Malibu sunrises. You have a Dr. Pepper issue, so you're not allowed to have those. I told her for her wedding that her wedding gift would be a sweater that says I would drop kick a child for a Dr. Pepper.
My donation to the wedding will be like a fountain that has Dr. Pepper going down it. Like instead of a fondue fountain, it'll just be a Dr. Pepper fountain.
Yes!
No, don't encourage it. You can't feed into her.
Well, so it's also like my husband and I both have a problem with it.
I mean, it's great.
It is. Honestly, I love it.
Dr. Pepper and root
I
beer.
have a liter of it on my desk right now.
I never understood the hype behind sodas, but I also was not allowed to drink soda until I was like 16. So
That's probably part of it. Because I feel like being a little kid, you know, having your parents be like, "All right, you can have one," and like you get that one, it was like a reward. You know?
the one soda we
Yes,
were
once
allowed
you-
to
once
drink
you
was
get older,
Diet
you're just
Right,
like,
and I hated it.
Well, that
So I
or,
thought-
like,
you
when I
got
was
the
a really little kid,
off-brand.
they would give us the mini sodas.
Oh, the little baby
Like,
Oh, like
guys.
they'd be
the
like,
little-
yeah, the little baby cans, yeah, and that, like they used to be not like little skinny like twig things they are now. They used to be like little fat things. Like they actually took a big can and just crushed it down, and they were really fun back then because they were like an actual half soda. And I remember those things, like those were a lot of fun being a little kid. And then as you got older, like it's like, all right, now I can get a big can, and then parents stopped caring.
I'll be honest, I'm 25 and I still drink bug juice. So, you know, some habits
What is bug juice?
die hard. It's a child's drink. It's like all of this big with a sippy cup lid, and it's just highly concentrated fucking like flavored syrup, and I love it. Don't know why.
So is it pre-made or do you make it at home?
No, it's pre-made. It comes in a little bottle. The most equivalent that I found,
Send
so
me a picture of that.
bug juice was back at home where they sell it. They don't sell it out here. They sell tummy yummies, which is, I guess, it's just like the same thing. It's all just a little kid drink that's like just fucking sugar in a bottle, and I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah.
It's like $1. So why would I get a $4 drink when I can get one of these fuckers for $1.75 and I'm set?
Exactly, you're chilling.
Ooh, Frou knows what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm glad. Bug juice existed, and I'm not schizophrenic. It was a real thing. It was a real moment in time. It had like little bugs on the label. It's so good. I love it. It's probably not anywhere as good as I remember it, but like it was the only thing I loved drinking.
Oh, I've seen these.
Yeah, they're really good.
I haven't seen them in like a decade though. I didn't even know they still made these.
I remember them so vividly as a child. They were like my favorite thing. I didn't want the fucking juice with the little character on it. I wanted bug juice.
Well, they took away a lot of the fun stuff as we got older. Like, there were candies that I had as a kid that, like, I shit you not, I cannot find anymore. And they've just been completely discontinued.
The fake cigarettes. The ones that if you blew into them, it would, like, puff out powdered sugar. They don't make those anymore.
I think they stopped. Do you guys ever have the cereal straws?
Yeah.
I actively have some in my kitchen.
So that I remember they took them away for a long time, and then everyone's like, "Oh, bring them back," and they finally brought them back. There was a candy, because I'm a big sour guy. They had a candy called Shockers when I was a kid, and I used to fucking go ham on those.
I remember those!
And
they were better than
them.
Warheads.
Yeah, they were the best. They completely discontinued them, and I was like, this game sucks.
Dude, yeah, that's fair. We're getting sidetracked. Just a little
I just
bit.
said to my chat that this is way too normal for me to be doing to have you react to anything.
Yeah, that's also very true. I have separation issues. You can't sit too far. But listen, we got sidetracked on alcohol and bug juice and things galore of our childhood. But we're almost to episode 50. And the basic rundown, if you are somehow just now joining us, that's a little crazy. But you have me and you have Squishy. And tonight we have Desky Val.
Chris said huggies.
Hear his aggressive tipper tappers.
His tipper tapper.
And if you don't give every creator here love, that will be at the foot of your bed tonight.
Not the foot, the
Oh.
headboard.
You guys have the drink called Huggies?
Huggies.
Like the little barrels?
Oh, I know what
They
you're talking
sound
about.
familiar.
Yes,
So, like,
because
the
we
little
would put them in the
monkey
freezer.
barrels?
Yeah,
Oh,
I know exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, there are so many things for little kids.
Also,
What was
the reason
uh,
she says separation anxiety. I'm gonna just sit over here for a second.
Why do you hate me?
I don't hate you.
Why the fuck would you do this to me? I like your personal space just as much as you.
Also, I realize on the stream it shows your feet, and VR shows your shoes.
He does. On stream, your dogs are out.
For you?
Yeah. I'm looking at my camera and I
Mine-
see dogs, bro.
Mine are on.
You know, I see them on in game, but on the camera for whatever reason.
My feet will remain down for the rest of the stream.
Oh my god. Okay, are you guys buckled in and seatbelted and hydrated for these stories?
Hydrated? Definitely not.
Hydrated, no. I chugged
This
a
is
brisk
water,
before
drink some
getting
liquid,
on.
everybody.
I want alcohol.
But listen, okay, so the first one, I have to pull it up.
Oh no.
I'm already slacking. So, do we want to start off? We'll start off with this one. This is an older one, but weddings are in the air. Obviously, I get married in 2 months,
Yeah.
so my entire Reddit feed is just wedding.
Let's go.
So it just likes to make my anxiety perpetually higher with giving me like the worst case scenarios. So I feel like if I get it out of my system, nothing can go wrong. You know, this is just a good thought
Nothing
logic.
can go wrong.
But this comes from Am I the Asshole? This ended up getting subposted onto a new thread called r/oh no consequences. And from my grasp of it, it's basically just like people not realizing that what has happened is directly because of what they had done. And they're just like playing victim. It's awesome. I love that. We don't need accountability on Reddit. But It's so getting into it. It's I got married last weekend in my parents' house, which has been in the family home for generations. For health reasons, only immediate family was there. My daughter, 16, has been calling her new stepmom, who is 21, names like homewrecker and prostitute. I've been patient with
That's
her.
wild.
She assumes I left her late mother because she had breast cancer. However, I did not leave her mother for having cancer. Nobody decides to have that. However, her late mother kept using her illness to devalue me and my sense of identity. She'd criticized the way I was taking care of her and even stuff like my hygiene or my cologne I was wearing. She made me feel worthless and felt like she was just projecting her insecurities by saying the smell of my cologne was disgusting because she never made an effort to keep herself up, despite the fact that I objectively found her disgusting sometimes. I stuck by her until my self-esteem was destroyed. I would work hard closing deals all day and be acknowledged for my efforts at work, yet I'd go home and she'd criticize and nag about every ounce of my being. I met her stepmom when I was in a dark place. She made me feel like I could be myself again. My wife made me feel unattractive and sexless, and with my new wife, I felt alive. Just the fact that she appreciated me and felt physical chemistry with me made me want to do anything for her to provide for her. That's when I decided to not bullshit my wife anymore and file for divorce. Since my daughter's relatives from my mom's side have been poisoning her against me, is what he is saying. Or since then, my daughter's relatives mom's side have been poisoning her against me. Last weekend, when I and her stepmom went to the site of the wedding early, we expected her to drive to the wedding later, but instead, she ended up going to stay with her aunt. Everybody asked where she was, and there was chaos on my side of the family locating her. As punishment, I took her car and her allowance away and have taken her phone away until I feel like she can learn to be respectful towards someone I love very much, and that will be impossible for her to do that if she keeps having to hear from her late mom's side of the family. My parents have called and said that I was being too harsh. However, even when things are tough, I feel I cannot let a child of mine behave the way they do and do whatever they want. Am I the asshole? For clarified context within this post, so I'm just going to rephrase this again. I don't know how old the dude is. His new wife is 21. The daughter who is having issues is 16. And the husband was cheating on the dead mom with this new girl prior to her passing.
Oh,
And now we're here. So.
I mean, like, I think what we're all thinking is the guy deserves a swift kick to the nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Like as hard as we can, yeah.
I mean, I understand the standpoint of him being upset that his daughter's, like, acting the way that she's acting. And I mean, the cheating's bad, yes, I agree. But, I also think that, like, he did go through the lowering of his self-esteem with the dead wife. And now he has found someone who raises his self-esteem and makes him feel like an actual person.
I could see that. But
There's more positives than negatives in this story.
I'll be honest, I see nothing but negatives. But I'm very vindictive,
Yeah,
and something
I'm
that
gonna be
struck
honest, I'm
me,
the same way.
what struck me as odd in the comments, dude, he's being reamed. Have you noticed in the entire story, he doesn't say, like, you know, my new wife or whatever. He's objectively just saying her new stepmom. She's 16 and wants nothing to do with this woman. And he's trying to force this title that she doesn't want. Like, she had her mom. She's 16. She clearly does not want another one. And he's trying to force that relationship. But then also, if she's 16, she saw the cheating. And you're trying to drive it in real hard of, this is your stepmom. You have to love her. You have to love her. You have to love her. And it's like, she had her mom, and you cheated. She wants nothing to do with that woman.
Yeah, that's like, I don't know, this whole thing to me, I heard a lot of like his comments to me. So some of them I feel like they were misunderstandings that he took personally. Like the cologne comment. So if his wife has cancer, she's most likely going through chemo or some form of something similar.
Yeah.
And from my experience with family members going through cancer or anything like that, they get very sensitive to certain things. So like, if he was wearing a cologne that was strong and dude took a Cuban shower, as they call it, where he covers himself in cologne, if she's sensitive, she could have an adverse reaction. The other thing that stood out to me was he said it was a sexless thing. Dude, your wife is sick. She's not fucking anybody. So that, especially you, especially going to be a prick about it. You
Dude,
know?
okay, I
So-
forgot. I didn't realize that. You're right. I had an aunt who went through chemo,
That's
and she was
why-
extremely sensitive to smells.
Yeah, and it's kind of like pregnancy in certain aspects where like your body just becomes incredibly sensitive to smells or certain touches or textures. So like my kind of point of view of it, I think this guy married this person because he liked them, but he didn't marry them for the sickness and health part. I think he married them just the health part. That makes sense.
Yeah, and that's the scary reality is like, I think people don't fully grasp the vows because it's just said over and over that nobody really sits there and thinks like, oh yeah, sickness and in health, you know, and richer and poor, like yada yada, those are tiny bumps. And it's like, no, those could be like very serious things like this situation where it's in sickness and in health and you just went, oh, well, you hurt my feelings because you didn't like my cologne. My guy, just don't wear that cologne.
Yeah. Or, you know, or just kind of like I said, you know, and if she's giving him crap for how he's taking care of her was another one. You know, he didn't provide an example, and obviously nobody here was there. But, like, was she saying, like, hey, I need you to help take care of me in this such way? Because I can't do this myself, you know? And obviously nobody was there, so we don't know the extent of the cancer or anything like that. But, like, you know, if it was so bad that she couldn't move, hey, I need you to take care of me. Or, hey, you're not taking care of me the way I need to, and I'm getting bed sores because I can't move. You know, things like that. Obviously, if she's already, you know, having a hard time with the cancer part of it, emotionally strained, there's that. And I'm not trying to like quantify and make like a reason and validate every part of it, but like I see from personal experience with family members right now, like I have a grandfather who's very sick, and my grandmother who's married him for almost 40 years now, and she's taking care of him every day, you know,
Aww.
without saying a single thing. And it's like, if you care about somebody, you know, even when he's an ass sometimes to her because he's getting old and he's turning a little bit senile.
Mm-hmm.
She still's like, yeah, I know he's not being mean to me. He's just having a hard time. He's frustrated. And like, so if you care about somebody, you work out and you figure it out. I think this guy, like I said, unfortunately, I don't think he had the full thing there. I think, and unfortunately, he was more focused on being, like a man, quote unquote, to himself, like a man's man, rather than being a husband and a father.
And see, that plays like such a big part into things because like, so like you're well aware of how my body gets sometimes. I have an autoimmune disease, so like sometimes functioning is not live, laugh, love territory, and it gets really hard for me to do like basic shit. There's been times where he has to help me put pajamas on because I can't even like my arm muscles just say fuck you, and I can't like undress myself. I am 25 years old and like fully competent, and he has to help me, and that comes with like the in sickness and in health. Is on a normal day I'm fine, but I need help sometimes. And he does not argue or bicker. He's like, if you need help, you need help. But it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean that's a plus in your book? You know what? Never mind. I answered my own question saying it out loud.
Sora just entered my chat.
He said it's a plus because basically he gets to help undress me. But I love you. The only other thing, Sora, you stink, by the way, that struck me as odd in this post, and I really wish, and I've looked through the comments and I can't find anything yet. I want to know how old the dad is in this, right? Because if they had the daughter together, right, with the passed away mom, and she's 16, so they've been together for a fat minute. So I'm gonna take a solid assumption that he's 30s to 40s age range, right? I feel like that's a safe area to assume. If the daughter is 16, the new wife is 21. That is 5 years older than your daughter.
I would assume most people typically like they wait a year, have a kid. So, and if he, based on what he's saying about having a job and all these things like that, I would assume he's probably in his 30s. That would be my guess.
Probably like early 30s. Also, Sora said he's just a boy.
I'm just a girl.
I'm just a girl.
Yeah, no, nobody in the comments is talking. Oh, wait, hold on. I found his age. And it got worse. This dude's 50.
Oh god, okay.
Ow.
He's 50?
He's 50.
Oh, he's a...
I'm out. I'm not doing it no more.
Oh, that's so bad. I feel like
bad.
I don't like big age gaps in any like relationship situation anyway, because I just think in retrospect, if she's 16 and the new mom is 21, you can't expect her to listen. 16-year-olds are assholes, and 5 years.
She's physically into me, bro. She's physically into your wallet.
For real?
Yeah.
Like, oh no.
Oh
Also,
my god.
Sora said to hydrate.
Huh?
I have a
Hydrate,
vape,
motherfuckers.
and that's all that's near me, so that's what you get. I'll hydrate when I can put whiskey in my tea.
Yeah, he's gotta do some things before he gets on to drink.
But-
this, so
That is all there is on that one. There is no updates or anything, but this was the comments. The comments are fucking phenomenal. I love these so much. You're the asshole. You cheated on her mother. Regardless of the situation, that's all she sees. She doesn't know your marriage problems. All she knows is that you left her mother for another woman. On top of that, you're marrying said woman when your 16-year-old daughter is still trying to deal with her mother's passing. Of course she didn't want to go. You're the asshole for not trying to be more understanding of your daughter or trying to force her and then punishing her. And then edit, also hold the fucking phone. Somehow I completely missed that your new wife is 21. That makes it worse. She's only 5 years older than your daughter. They're close in age and you're still confused about her behavior?
She's literally closer in age to the daughter than she is to the guy.
Literally, like, because then I'm trying to think of a parenting dynamic where if the stepmom oversteps a boundary and is, like, don't do that or go to your room. Bro, she's not gonna listen to you. She's about to be you in just a matter of years.
Like, that's fucking wild.
Oh my god. But that is our little tippy toe, stippy stepper into tonight. And with that, that does bring us to Squilliam's first story, and she finds some heinous shit. I feel like mine are, like, dumbed down compared to what she has found.
alright, buddy.
Oh god. The dogs are
You
out.
get to choose. Oh. I keep forgetting! You get to choose. I have 2 stories. One's long, one's short. I'm not going to tell you which one's which. You get to choose based off of the title. They're both r/revenge stories, because I love that subreddit. It's fucking amazing.
Are these like relationship revenge stories or like what kind of revenge stories?
Any.
Any time, okay.
Any. So, the
All
first
of the
one
above.
is, should I mirror the behavior or be better than that? That is all you get. And the other one is, years of my history teacher's torment led me to bashing her nose with a metal water bottle.
It's like the 5-year-old in me wants to hear the second one, but like the adult in me wants to hear the first one.
Gristed water bottle. It's not your choice.
Inner child or inner demon?
What do you think, Pub?
I'm 12. I want to hear who got their fucking face smashed in.
Let's hear that one.
Okay. So good for you guys. You chose the long one.
Ah,
Yeah. Long dick style.
don't.
Alright. Check this. Why, Grizz, why am I checking Discord?
Oh my god.
Do you remember that Vine?
Oh, nice, Grizz.
I'm
That
sad
Vine
to
is
say I
probably older
don't.
than most people on VR chat.
Oh, I miss
I'll find
Vine.
it for you.
Alright. Here we go. This post was posted 4 days ago onto the r/revenge stories Reddit. I don't know when it was actually posted. Fucking. I keep doing it. Anyways.
Force a habit. It's how we sit.
No. Okay. So this is relatively old based off the first sentence. It says, I've been holding on to this story for years, but I feel like it needed to be shared. Basically, in middle school, I have probably the worst history teacher I have ever met. Everyone at school hated her. She was like a ticking time bomb, and every day a student sat there and waited to see who was going to make her explode. Don't know what the answer to the question is? Get yelled at. Forgot to put the date on your notes? Get yelled at. 2 seconds late to class? Get yelled at. Not paying attention for even a second? Get yelled at. Having a resting bitch face? Get yelled at.
Ugh.
Literally no tolerance to any small ass mistakes at all. It's like we can't even breathe or blink without getting yelled at by her. She's a narcissistic asshole who thinks everything needs to go her way. Her existence doesn't make my life any better. Ever since middle school started, I've developed depression, social anxiety, and anger issues, and autism. The anxiety I felt,
You can develop
autism?
I think the symptoms and the
Yeah.
become more what's the word, prevalent for some people as they get older. Like I know of some people where they were in their 20s and some of their like mannerisms of being autistic started popping out more. They got tested and that they were found out they were.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Squishy, we need to get tested again.
I don't want to know that answer again. Okay. So the anxiety I felt if I hear her call out my name to answer a question made me rather die than face her. The way she treated the students versus the adults and staff is completely different. Like, she doesn't see us like we're worth talking to. Anyways, during one of her lessons, I got called out and I couldn't answer a question. Of course, she got mad at me, but the thing that happens next was my last straw. Despite her being loud and verbally abusive, she had never once put her hands on anyone. I don't know what I did, but whatever I did caused her to come up to me and hit me with my textbook. Her reason? Apparently, I was giving her a nasty look. It was just my resting face. I looked over to my friend sitting next to me that had a metal water bottle on their table, then it just came over me. With all the anger, tolerance, and patience I've put on her, I just snapped. I snatched the water bottle, swung it, bashed her in the face with it. Her nose bled out with a split in the middle. I got suspended for a week, initially expelled. My mom defended me when she got called to the office. I had made several claims about my teacher to her before, so she knew how much I've been through. Of course, the principal didn't do jack shit about her, just focused solely on me. The next several days of school after my suspension were different, as I expected. Students were looking at me, some praised me, while others were worried about what trouble I got in. As for our history teacher, she came back with her head down and a scar on her nose. What's surprising is that she taught the class without raising her voice or got mad at anyone again. She did keep giving me a glare, but never confronted me about the incident. What's even more surprising is she's the only teacher for a couple more days, or she was a teacher for only a couple more days before she quit. My classmates deemed me the hero for that. Some even said that I saved them from moving schools, but I didn't want to live my entire middle school year being known as someone who bashed their teacher in the nose with a water bottle. During my remaining school years since she quit, everything's been refreshing for all of us and less depressing for me. I found myself not crying every night thinking about tomorrow anymore. It might be cruel, but it felt right. Edit, I forgot to say that this happened years ago, so it's all forgotten now. I did feel a little bad, but I wasn't about to put up with her abusive behavior any longer. I was a 15-year-old trying to get through middle school, and I was mentally destroyed by her. I'd rather keep things peaceful. No amount of damage I did to her can compare to the amount of damage she did to me, my classmates, and the kids at school. Since then, I've matured and never hit anyone when angered again.
She deserved it.
Dude, she had that shit coming.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I hate teachers like that.
Like, especially since like she hit the kid. 100%.
Oh yeah, it's self-defense at that point.
100%, yeah.
Because
sorry,
like
I can imagine, just like imagine if there like we had like a horrible fucking teacher right here, and I just look at the two of you, and like you have the water bottle, right? Just fuck it.
Dude, I
That would be
I had a
wild
teacher
fucking
this bad.
experience to watch.
I've genuinely had a teacher that was this fucking awful. Back in
So have I.
middle school? I was like, what, 8th
Mine
grade?
was in high school.
Really? Dude, everybody has
Yeah.
like the old school horrendous teachers who like
No.
they still think they could smack
Elementary
kids with
school.
rulers. That bitch had that shit coming.
One of
She
my-
100%.
One of my teachers in the 4th grade, well, my teacher in the 4th grade, she was the reason I got put in a special needs class.
Oh, I remember that. Yep. Dude.
Hi. I'm sped.
Oh my god. No, so it was like 8th grade, right? Everybody hated her. When I tell you that everybody hated her so much that, like, you know when you have a teacher that you just make a new name for them? Her new
This
name
wobble
started with
bitch.
bitch. We hated her. She was known, she had broken 3 phones. And not even for, like, students using them. If it went off in their pocket, their backpack, if it was on the desk at any point, even if it fell out of your pocket, she hated phones so much she would grab it and throw it against the wall and shatter them. And the school was like, shouldn't have had your phone out. Not our fault that it's broken now.
Miss,
You're like,
why
oh, really?
not Miss Why Not She Bitch? Miss Blobble Bitch, Miss She Devil.
We called her Bitchmer.
Yeah, I had one when I was in like 3rd grade, and she never hit, but like she accused me of having a learning disability, and then could not spell my name right. And my
What
name's
the
Ethan,
fuck?
by the way. It's 5 letters, bro.
How was she spelling it?
She would put an
Fuck
A
she do?
after the E. Eathan,
Ethan.
like Ethan. And I was
Ethan.
like,
Ethan.
and I remember I got sick, and I was out of school for like 3 or 4 days because I had strep, and I came back, and she had a huge thing about yawning, where if you yawn, she wanted you to cover your mouth.
Why?
And we were all in 3rd grade, so we were all 8 years old, you know. So I yawned, and I forgot to cover my mouth. In the middle of class, screamed at me in front of everybody. You just got back, you were sick, you should have covered your blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
I had a
Brother.
teacher in middle school. It was my language arts teacher. She was this short, like I'm talking like 4'11", like Filipino woman. And holy fuck, one of these kids talked back to her one time. I'm sitting at my desk, I'm minding my own business, I'm doing the assignment, you know. I'm like reading my book, I'm talking to, at the time, who I was crushing on because he was in our class. I'm like, you know, doing that, talking to him, all that kind of stuff. I look up for like 0.2 seconds and all I hear is a slam on the filing cabinet next to her desk. And I like look at her and she's talking to this one dude who just wasn't a good kid in general. And she's like, get the fuck out of my class before I do something even more heinous that's gonna get me fired. And I was like, no, not making her. Well, so the teacher that was, because our English and language arts classes were like tied together. It was like co-ed teaching. One of the English teacher, she was the 60-year-old woman, skinny as fuck. Hated her. She picked up a chair from one of the desks one time when she was mad. No one was sitting there. No one was sitting in the row, and she just fucking chucked that shit.
Dude, teachers are underpaid, and I get why they're angry, but some people shouldn't be teaching children.
yeah, some people definitely should not be.
Like, I think, so the experience I had with the Bitchmer, so around that time, because it was just like a perfect scene of events. The week prior, I had gone home early, because yippee, I'm a woman now, and life sucks. This wasn't even a week then, it was a few days after, Jesus. And so, like, obviously I went home early. My mom's like, here's candy, here's fucking Tampax, congratulations, don't be an idiot. And I was like, thanks. And I was still like, we're kids, and there's not a whole lot of direction on what to do. And so I was embarrassed and mortified and thought that I was dying still and also oddly scared of school bathrooms. I thought that Chucky was gonna come out of the toilet and like stab me. So I hated school bathrooms.
The fuck?
I don't know. Dude, when I tell you I am a pro at holding in piss because I'm so scared of public restrooms, I'm fine now. It's good now, but like I had a weird fear.
You're the world's fastest pisser, and then you got a fucking traumatizing memory from school bathroom.
There's a reason I'm the world's fastest pisser. Bathrooms scare me, okay? You can't tell me that Chucky's not gonna pop out the toilet and be like, hey, play with me, ta ta ta, while I'm pants down, I can't run. That's awful.
You know what? When I'm down there and we go to a public space, I'm gonna sneak into the bathroom when you're going, and I'm just gonna pop my head underneath the fucking stool.
If you panic, if you do that, I want you to know I'm gonna panic, okay? The legs are coming up. I'm gonna aim for your face, bro. I'm pissing on you.
What the fuck?
Piss on me.
If I'm trying to enjoy a nice, quiet, calm piss, and your bitch ass pops out from under the stall door like a psychopath, I'm propping myself up and like I'm aiming.
Long range.
About to see some real sniper action.
Acid attacks, dude.
That is not how I want to witness a golden shower, you dumb bitch.
You shouldn't want to witness one at all.
I never do.
But I'm getting off topic. So I was, embarrassed as a little wee baby, and I went up to her and I was like, "Hey, I need to go to the bathroom." And she was like, "Class just started." No, and I was like, "Miss, like, it's an emergency. I really need to go. My gut is telling me that if I don't go now, I'm gonna have to go home and need new pants." And she was like, "No, sit down." And I was like, trying to figure out, because I was too ashamed of the word period at the time, and so I was like, how do I reword this that she'll understand? And it was like we were going back and forth, and she's getting madder and madder, and I was like, "Miss, I'm on my period. I need to go." And she said, "Okay, I want you to go to the front of the classroom and announce to everybody why it's so important that you have to leave, and then you can go, but I'm going to dock you points for today." And I was so mad and embarrassed, and I started crying, and I walked out of her classroom, and I went to the bathroom, and, did my shit, right? But, I was crying, so I stayed in the bathroom for a little bit longer. She called the principal, said that I walked out and was somewhere off campus, that I threw rocks at her, and that I was basically AWOL. I was gone for no less than 15 minutes.
That's fucking wild, dude.
And it ended up with my mom having to come to the office going, "What the fuck?" They had to pull up the cameras and see that I went classroom, bathroom, classroom, and that there was never any indication of me throwing rocks. She got fired that year after breaking another phone. It took 4 phones.
Dude.
I hate that bitch. She made my life miserable. The only upside of her class is she played Bill Nye the Science Guy sometimes. And that was the only time we were cool.
I mean, that was pretty dope.
I feel like that's why she hated kids, though. She would put on Bill Nye to, not deal with us, but then would hear a symphony of a bunch of, 13-year-olds going, "Bill! Bill! Bill! Bill!" for, an hour.
She's like, "Oh, damn it."
She didn't want to deal with us and instead made the problem worse because she gave us the one thing we wanted. Oh, my lord.
Bill Nye.
Nah, I get that teachers are underpaid, but if you come to class to teach children and your only thing is I hate kids and I'm going to be an asshole to them and I'm going to be rude and disrespectful and then abuse a child that is not yours. That one's not yours to abuse. Your name isn't on it. It didn't come out of you. What rights do you have? Nunskis. You had that water bottle coming, and it's a miracle that you still have a nose.
For real.
I hope it looks like Voldemort now. It's all smushed in. Algebra! Did you put your name in the goblet of fire? He asked calmly.
Did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
Oh my god. I will never read those books. I watched the movies. I can never touch the books now.
You know they they describe the characters differently than they do in the movies?
Oh, I've expected as much. I know
If
that they're
remember
completely different.
If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure Hermione's supposed to be not white. What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's correct.
Hi, Tom.
But
Sorry.
the universal rule, if someone does something, do something back. That, you know what, Foxy? That's fair. My dad raised me on a very, very strict rule growing up, and it was never start a fight. If you start a fight, I'm gonna beat your ass when you come home. But if you get in a fight, you better fucking finish it. Because if you lose, you're in more trouble. And I was like, alright. Glad the barrier has been set. I only ever got in one fist fight.
We were always told don't start the fight, but if someone else does, finish it.
Dude, that was the golden rule, is if you start it, you're dead. Right? Like if I get a call saying you swung first, you're fucking dead. And I was like, alright, you know, I really don't want to know what it's like to be unbirthed so late in the game, so I just won't. There was a night that the first time I ever got in a fist fight, and that was all that played. I was in a dress. It was for like a high school, like middle school? I don't remember. It was like a, not prom, not homecoming, but it was just like a little dance that they held.
Winter Formal.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's exactly what it was. And like, I was one of the weird kids. All of my friends were the weird kids. So they were getting picked on, and I finally was like, I'm done. You're a bitch. And I waited, and we had, of course, like that one really scrawny weirdo who was like, no, guys, don't fight. No, don't do it. Back up. And we were like, I'm going to let it happen. I'm going to let it happen. I'm going home with a black eye tonight. Because I knew I wasn't in trouble at home, regardless of what happened at school. And so I egged her on, and I egged her on, and I egged her on, and we were nose to nose. And I kept my hands down, and she was just like, go, you know, hit me, bitch, hit me. And I was like, no. Do it, pussy. I'm waiting right here. Because I can't touch you yet. And then she swung. That's not how the game works. You go first. You're player one. And it was like the most beautiful timing of I'm not going to get in trouble and I'm somehow walking away unscathed. Again, we're middle schoolers. Nobody knows how to fight. She went to do a haymaker. Lost her balance in this motion. And missed. She whipped it right across. So I just watch her fist fly across and not land. And I was like, all right, well, that wasn't going to hit anyway. Like, because the way that she did it, like, I know women throw haymakers, but normally I feel like they come from right here. So it's quick. She winded up so far back and threw her balance off. So not only did I have so much time to take a step back, she was going to miss regardless. So once it whiffed, I sat there and I just kind of like looked at my friends and I looked at her, and the only thing playing in my mind was, that counts as a swing, right? We're going to hope this counts as a swing because it didn't land, but you definitely swung, which means at home, I get to keep my Nintendo. And I fucking just, thunk, got her right in the eye.
The other thing, too, is I see that, like, girls sometimes also do the slap boxing thing.
I hate, oh my god.
It's not, like, hitting, it's just, like, it's like a slap, and it's like, what is going on here?
Dude,
are we fighting or talking about it?
They do this, they do the long range, or they just go for the hair and they pull you down. And I'm like, I don't understand what's happening. Because my dad always yelled at me about how to throw a proper punch. Like, down to, like, where my thumb placement was. He was like, your thumb's wrong. If you hit someone like that, you're gonna break it. And I'm like, okay. Alright, father, let's simmer down, okay? That's the least of my worries if I have to know how to punch properly. But I got off scot-free. I told my dad what happened, and the only thing he asked was, did you hit first? And I said no, but she missed, and he said, you're not in trouble at home, but you're definitely in trouble at school. And I said, that works. That's fine. I get my Nintendo, and I can play Pokemon. We're good. Oh my god, it was a time to be alive. I still hate that bitch. I remember her. Girls hold grudges. I will forever hold that grudge. I don't like her. But I will say I'm glad I fought her and not the other one. The other one had a knife. I didn't want to fight her.
Like, I don't want to deal with that.
No, because
Pick and
she.
I
choose
don't
your
want
battles.
that smoke.
It wasn't even the fact that I was scared that she knew how to fight. She had a reputation. She was the. I'm not condoning this as like. She was definitely a victim at some point, but she was like the 8th grader who wanted to date the seniors. And she liked to play hardball and act like a hard bitch, and that she was like thug in a very redneck town, which is so hard to do, but somehow she did it.
Yeah.
But she had a really bad reputation of when she got in fights, they were never fair fights. Her friends and her boyfriends would actually just hold you so she could beat the shit out of you. So I didn't want to fight her because she had at least 5 friends with her, and I was like, I don't like these odds. That's asking to maybe die. But the other girl, she was alone and starting it, so I was like, we can go. Anyway, chronic yapper problems. Dude, it was such a fun night.
Yapping.
No, yapping gets us in trouble. But I don't have a good segue to this. Anyway, I was hoping there would have been a segue in the title. There's not. But anyway, Val, you know what it's like having a girlfriend. You've had that experience.
Uh-huh.
You know, chat, he sounds so confident. I just have to assume and believe that this man has the ultimate girlfriend experience. He knows exactly what it's like. He gets it.
Well, I've had multiple ultimate girlfriend experiences. What are we alluding to?
Okay, awesome. So, do you, I don't have a segue. I'm just gonna get into the title. This comes from Am I the Asshole and was then posted onto Best of Redditor Updates.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's so nice. And
Worried.
it's Am I the Asshole for making my girlfriend pump her own gas?
Yes.
See, that's what caught me.
Look. So I'm gonna be real with you. I've been yelled at by girls I've been with in the past. I was raised. You open the door for her, car and like entering a building.
Mhm.
Unless like obviously she's like, hey, you have your hands full. I'm opening it for you. Very specific things though. You pump gas and you always pay for it, and you always pay for meals. Especially if you're the one taking the person out on the date. Now, if the girl wants to take the guy on the date, or they want to do like, hey, I'll pay for dessert, you pay for that. But there's balance there. But usually, those are the things that I was told to like always do. And always when you go on a date, you bring flowers, and meet the parents whenever you're at that point, and you're firm handshake with the dad and polite with the mom. But no, gas, you always pay for it.
Okay, so that's like an unspoken chivalry rule that I didn't know about. I'm very stubbornly independent. So
No, it's such a pain in the ass to be a guy with women nowadays.
dude,
Like, 'cause
okay.
it's not a bad thing, but it's like I've had a lot of women like it. They're like, no, I don't need you to do that, and I'm like, I know you don't need me to do it, but I want
But I'm still
to do it.
gonna do it.
Yeah, it's not like I know you have 2 arms and 2 legs and you're capable of like free thought, but like I want to do this. It's a pleasure for me to assist you in this way because as a man, it makes me feel like I'm helping you out. But a lot of women are like, nope, I want to do it myself, and I'm like, okay, then you can tap the buttons while I hold the pump.
That's
Just
kind
tap
of
my card when I'm not looking.
dude, that is exactly how it becomes with like me and my fiance. So I'm better-ish with it now. In the beginning, I was probably the biggest pain in the ass to deal with. To the point where like we'd go places and he'd go to get the door for me, but obviously I'm typically walking ahead of him, and so I don't think about it. I go to get the door. The amount of times this man has grabbed me by the back of my shirt and yanked me back just to get the door himself. And I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? I can do it. And he goes, no, I will do it. Or like if I open the door and I try to like let him go inside, he'll stare at me and be like, what the fuck are you doing? You go in first. And I'm like, but the door's open.
Like,
I
no.
opened it for you. And he's like, no, I opened it for you. And I was like, okay. And now it's with groceries because me and my mom are the same people. So it's, put 20 grocery bags on one arm. We're getting it inside in one go. I do not want to come back out to the car. Now I get yelled at. If I try to like take more than like 3 bags, my hand gets smacked. So he can grab it instead. So we'll fight over like the things that are deemed chivalrous, but it's because I'm so used to being independent and doing those things on my own that it's like, no, I can just do it. It's fine.
I think it's good that women are more independent nowadays, but I also think there's a certain thing where there's a lot of guys that don't do it. And women get used to not having that thing. Like, I've had girls that are like, why'd you get me flowers? Like, what are you expecting back? And I'm like, I got you flowers because I thought you'd like them. That's it. You can say thank you or not. I don't really care. But I got them because I think you'd like them.
Oh, they think there's like
That's
an
all there is to
ulterior
it.
motive to it.
I've had, and I've had that happen. They're like, oh, well, like, what's the give and take here? And I'm like, there's no take. It's just give.
Yeah. That also comes with like a lot of
week.
trauma. I've
There's a lot
definitely
of
had
trauma and
issues with
past
that.
issues, yeah.
Because, like, I know that he's done it, and I'm like, what do you want? Like, that was, what you did was, like, a grand gesture in my eyes. What do you want back? And he's like, nothing. And I'm like, no, you want something. And he's like, I want you to say I love you. And I was like, okay, but what else? Like, where's the catch? And he's like, there's no catch. And that took me a very long time to, like, understand and be okay with.
There's
and
no
I still
catch,
struggle
just like
sometimes.
baseball.
Dude, it gets scary because then I'm like, fuck. But it's like, that just comes with like, I did not pick good people prior. And that, that kind of is my own fault. So, we're good now. I'm getting sidetracked again. But, this is an old one. It is 4 years ago. There is a mood spoiler. It just says karma's a bitch. That's it. So, the post is, am I the asshole for making my girlfriend pump her own gas? So, since me, 28 male, and my girlfriend, 27 female, started dating, anytime she drove and had to get gas, I would pump it for her. Well, last week, she took me to work because her car does better in the snow than mine. When she came to pick me up from work, she was wearing pajamas, which were shorts with a long sleeve button up. She even wore her house shoes. I was embarrassed for my coworkers to see her like that, so when she stopped for gas to teach her a lesson, I told her my back was sore and she could pump it. She said it was too cold and wanted me to do it. She's the moron that wore shorts. I stood my ground. She pumped her own gas, but wouldn't talk to me during the drive. We passed a sushi place on our way home, so I asked her to stop. She said no, but I kept persisting, and she finally said okay. She told me I would have to run in, so I did. And when I came out, she had left. I told my brother because I needed a ride home. He gave me a ride but said I was an ass and that I deserved it. If there's any interest, I can update with what happened when I got home, but it doesn't seem super relevant to my question, so I don't see the need to add it. That is the first part of this mantra.
So he was embarrassed because she showed up in pajamas?
Yeah.
So,
Oh boy.
does it say how old he is? Because he sounds like he's either...
He's 28.
Oh, he's not a young man. Okay.
What is with
Try-
people in that age range?
I don't know if... So, there were a couple things that stood out to me. The first thing was... I felt embarrassed because of how she looked. And that... From my perspective, as someone who's not, like, culturally...
that one dude on
viewed-
TikTok waving the giant red flag.
It's like... If you have a culture thing where it's, like, in your culture... I know some cultures, they don't like the women being undressed, like, at all in public. Like, they have to be completely covered. So that could be it, but I don't think that's it in this case. Still kind of a dick move. And his girlfriend wouldn't really be that visible if he's just getting in the car anyways, unless his buddies were walking up to the car. So, not really.
So that's such a weird thing. I hate the phrasing. I know we're only in the first part of this. I have not read this full story, by the way. I kept myself blind as well. I was embarrassed because she was in pajamas. What the fuck? Like, isn't that, in my personal opinion... Isn't that when, like, I feel like your partner looks almost like the cutest is when they're not put together, right? Like, they didn't do their hair or makeup or, like, dress nice. Like, they're comfy around you and they're relaxed to be like, I'm not really getting out of the car, so I can just stay in PJs. And you're embarrassed by that?
Yeah, and the next one was when he said, I had to teach her a lesson. Who the fuck made you the big man?
I was like, are you her dad? What lesson was this? What moral?
Yeah.
Teach her a lesson on what?
Like,
how to fucking give you a kick swift in the ass, because that's what you're gonna get.
I'm gonna say about to be a lesson on breaking up.
I don't get that one.
If you feel the need to teach your partner a lesson, y'all probably should not be together, because that exactly is that, like, play for play of, like, I did this, so you have to do this, so I'm gonna teach, like, what you don't, that's weird. That's a weird dynamic. You're not her dad. And I don't know. I really hate, like, the saying you're embarrassed about your partner. I don't like that comment.
It's like she also, like, she probably was in a rush or she just felt comfortable.
I'll say it's comfy,
really
and it's clearly she's not needing to get out of the car. If she's in the post, it's, you know, we took her car because it handles snow better. So she didn't work that day. So it's just dropping you off. Why would she have to get dressed up for all of 5 seconds?
When I used to take Mason to work, I stayed in my pajamas. It was too early in the morning. I said, fuck that. I'm going right back to sleep when I get home.
Dude, there's been times where, like, we have to do something that he gets out of the car for, but I don't. I'll go in pajamas. I'm like, I'm not leaving the car. I came with because I wanted to keep you company, but I'm not stepping out of the vehicle. I'm going right the fuck back to bed. But there are edits and there are updates. So we're going to see how this progresses.
Oh, wonderful.
So,
oh no.
the first update was more so of an edit to answer a few questions. Move that out of my way. She pays for her own gas. She didn't get out of the car, but she doesn't have tinted windows, and I didn't expect her to dress up, but I did not expect her to look like a bum. I'm still reading comments, so I'll add stuff that gets asked a lot. Oof, and I'll try to respond to others. Now for what happened when I got home. We live in a fairly rural area, and I work about 35 to 45 minutes away. Apparently, my brother called my mom, who then called my girlfriend and told her what I had said. This did include me calling her a moron and saying how embarrassed I was. When I got back home, my girlfriend had moved all of my clothes and belongings into the junk room. I had tried to talk to her, but she locked herself in our room and ignored me. When I finally got to talk to her, she basically listened to everything listed everything I've done wrong in our relationship. This past week has been hell. She wouldn't take me to work when it was snowing, so I had to take myself, and my car got stuck twice. I missed 2 days of work because of her pettiness. I really didn't think I was the asshole here, but I tried to justify and explain myself. I did admit I was trying to teach her a lesson, and we broke up. When I got home from work, she had all my belongings in boxes by the front door, and I guess that's that. I really didn't think I was the asshole, but obviously that's why I posted here. Everybody that wanted us to break up got what they wanted. Not sure if my update is too relationship based. If this gets taken down, I apologize. There is still one more update, by the way.
He deserved it.
What?
Dude, your mom ratted you out. Your brother and your mom both ratted you out. You called her a moron. And thought that, like, that was justified?
Glad everybody else was on him about that. I'm glad none of the sandwich like, oh yeah, you're at the right.
I got so worried when, like, the mom and her had talked, because that can go drastically two ways. Of either the mom's gonna sit there and be like, no, son, you fucked up, or it's my precious baby boy can do no wrong. Oh my god.
You lunatics.
Dude, and he's clearly still not getting it. If he's actually just more upset of like, oh, you got what you want, commenters. Yeah, you were an asshole. What did you expect to happen, dude? Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
Like, I don't know how you get, like, that in your head and think that's the right play. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna teach her a lesson and do all these things, and like
Like, have you ever been put in a situation in a relationship where your partner, like, embarrassed you?
No. I don't. Like I said, usually, if I'm in a relationship with somebody, I have kind of a boundary with them where like our relationship stuff is typically in private, and like if we get pissed off at each other in say like a public instance, we discuss it in private and keep it out of other people's things. So I don't like people knowing about my shit. It's kind of just a respect thing.
That's fair.
You know, and obviously, like I've never had any big blowouts, anything like that, or big arguments with any partners. But like, I don't think there's been a time where a girl I've been with has gone out of her way to say something that made fun of me, or like, or made me feel uncomfortable, or anything like that. You know, even when intoxication was, you know, taking an effect at that point.
Damn, how do you pick not crazy people? Because like I've been on the opposite side of this board. That's fair. That, you know, that's a fair argument. Never mind.
People make mistakes. I mean, that's a normal part of the whole process. But
oh yeah,
it's just like majority of the time, if there's something that they said that would embarrass me, usually I'd figure out a way to play it off and not let someone know that it embarrassed me. You know.
That's
I'm
fair.
willing to bet this guy probably had like an anime like sad face, and he was all like pissy about his girlfriend in front of all his buddies, so they all knew.
I also just find it so weird that he was worried about like his girl looking bad to his coworkers, because like why does she need to look good to them?
Are you trying to get your girlfriend stolen from your coworkers? Like,
like that is a trophy thing, because it's like, oh, look what I have. Look, she's so hot, she's so beautiful, but you guys don't have it. Like that's a weird dynamic. I get like, I think bragging about your partner can be healthy to an extent, you know, like, oh, you know, like they're amazing or they're attractive or like I don't know how I got so lucky. But if you have a weird thing where it's like, no, you secretly have to look good, so I look better when I show you off, is like, that's weird. Because that's
me
possessive.
going up to you saying, "Hey, guess what? Look, I have a good boy, and you don't."
Yeah,
I'm the best boy.
It's like a trophy thing, and it's like I get you want to show off your partner, but I feel like you show off your partner when you guys get up dressed up together and you're going out to dinner, you know, wearing nice outfits. Like when you're both kind of mutually in on it, and you're like, you know, not like a, hey, this is my girlfriend, she's my trophy piece. Oh, but look, she's not dressed up today, guys. Don't worry about it. Like, it's embarrassing. It doesn't make sense.
And I'm so glad that I'm honestly really glad she did break up with him for this, because granted, in the beginning, this could probably be like a communication thing and they could work through those emotions. But for him to be so hard stuck on like, I'm not wrong. She's a moron. I was embarrassed. You are not a person to be talked with. It's going to be like talking to a brick wall. And I've been in that situation where like I didn't dress as up as I normally did for somebody in the past, and I was called an embarrassment in front of everybody. I have never felt so fucking like ashamed in my entire life, except for like that moment. And dude, it was like a drinking night. Like everybody was just getting drunk. It was like family and friends. There was no need to dress up. I was just in casual clothes. And I was just, I just got told that I was being a fucking embarrassment because I was sitting on the couch and on my phone and not like drinking super hard because I was the DD. Yeah,
doing what you were supposed to do pretty much.
Yeah, I left that night. I said, stay here. I'm going home. So props to her. But we do have one somehow final fucking update from this guy. So the newest update, oh my god, this is even better. It wasn't on relationship advice. He apparently posted onto legal advice. Can I take legal action against my girlfriend for kicking me out? My now ex-girlfriend and I got into a petty argument and broke up. She kicked me out of the house, and I want to know if there's any legal action I can take. The house was a gift from her parents and is in her name, but she kicked me out with any warning, causing me to move back in with my parents, and I simply don't want to live with them. Is there any way I can make her have to let me move back in? Edit, the state is North Carolina. So that also solves the cultural answer that you mentioned earlier. This is in the States.
Oh boy.
Just the side, just the fucking.
It's in her name and was a gift from her parents, but can I have it?
No. You sure fucking can't.
Dude.
That's rude, babe. I heard that.
All of this, literally over pajamas.
They must have been some fucking fire pajamas, bro.
They sound cute and comfy is the worst part. Like, shorts and a long sleeve button up. So, as a woman, any combo that involves shorts with a button up specifically, those typically aren't like standard fabric of like cotton. Those are typically like the really nice like silk.
Mm-hmm.
Those are so comfy. Those are so fucking comfy. And they're so cute. Those are the cutest pajamas, the softest pajamas, the best fucking like peak comfort pajamas. And you were like, I'm embarrassed of you because you're in shorts and a button up. Dude, this wasn't, they could have been worse. She could have been in like, you know, the boy short bottoms and like, I don't know, a sports bra or like the really skimpy crop tops that they have for some pajamas. She was covered and comfy as fuck, and you were just so upset for why.
I mean, he kind of feels like the guy that like his buddies would say something and he'd change his perspective based on that.
Oh, the echo chamber of friends, yeah.
Yep.
You know what? I feel like
that's
this guy needs silky shorts and a button up, and maybe he'll feel better, you know? People need to wear silk.
His ego.
I don't know. I feel like silk pajama bottoms would feel really nice for balls. I don't know. Food for thought. What? I think that would be comfy.
Well, because like weird questions. Today.
No, hear me out. If silk is really comfortable to women, right? Because it's like it's free, it's breathable, and it's like super soft to the touch. I feel like guys would like it too.
I like cotton.
We need to get you a pair of silk shorts.
No. I'm not letting you.
I'm gonna go on Shein and I'm gonna find like the cutest little Hello Kitty pastel pink silk shorts and button up combo and send it your way.
No, I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna send it back to you. No, you wear it. I
would, because I guess what I have two pairs of silk shorts.
Back and forth.
Dude, they're so comfy. They're my favorite pajamas. I'm actively in sweatpants right now, but it's too cold in our house to wear shorts.
I'm in a battle skirt.
You look like you're about to start screaming Bonkai and then like run at somebody. Don't break the fourth wall like that. Trying to get my knee to pop and it won't. But anyway, that guy got, I think, exactly what he asked for at the end of the day.
Oh yeah.
Don't be a piece of shit to your partner. If they don't have intentions of getting out of the car, let them wear pajamas. Don't be a fucking weirdo.
Alright.
If my knee doesn't pop, I'm gonna cry.
Speaking of behavioral things.
Oh god.
That second story I mentioned.
Beautiful.
Should I mirror the behavior or
I
be
am
better
curious
than that?
about this one.
It was posted on r/Revenge 14 hours ago.
While you read, I'm gonna pop my fucking kneecap.
I think you'll very much like this first sentence. My boyfriend, 30, is a porn addict. There's the high five.
It won't pop. I give up.
There's no way you just said that and then went immediately to the high five thing.
Sorry, heard sound go burr. Anyways,
the autism is calling.
30 is a porn addict. Whether he admits it or not, he is.
5 big booms.
Sentence. 5 big booms.
Boom, 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 boom.
I forget porn addicts are a real thing.
It's actually
He's
a very
recently-
big common problem.
Really?
Yeah, because what happens is like, so it was so accessible for so long for a lot of generations, especially amongst guys and even girls too, that like whenever you wanted to see something, you could just look it up. And like I'll be on TikTok sometimes, and I'll be going through like my simple like my those weird orbit cams where like it zooms in and you have a fucking cat flicking somebody off, like something like that. And like I'll go to the next post, and it'll be like an Overwatch like porn thing. It's like, what? How did we get here?
There was an account
The Flash talk.
that popped up. Yep, that popped up on a For You page that I saw. I'm not gonna say whether it was mine or someone else's, but it was this chick reviewing food, and it looked perfectly fine.
It did not.
And if you looked like actually at it, her whole titties were out. I'm talking like you saw a nipple.
Yeah, and it's like what? And the TikTok moderation's like, nah.
No,
Would I
because
say fuck on TikTok and I get my live access revoked? What?
no, because that
Yeah.
she sent me that video to see, and I'm so fucking mad at that video, and it's not even about the Flash, because I'm gonna keep it $1.50. They weren't that great, all right. They weren't that great. Baloney. Anyway, what I was so mad about is the premise to hide the Flash talk was a food review of a beautiful, beautiful box of cinnamon rolls. Like, I'm talking like perfectly glazed, perfect fucking cinnamon rolls. I was so, like, listen, I can't have gluten. So to see other people eat it and say like, it's so good, I need that in my life. At the same time, it makes me mad. But I need that vicariously living, you know? And she's one of the people who goes, anyway, we're going to review this. And she picked up a cinnamon roll, and she makes the motion, she opens her mouth, and then moves the cinnamon roll away. And she's doing like the chewing motion and like the talking with your mouth full, and that cinnamon roll is still full and intact. It took me 3 watches to figure out why she sent me that, to be like, let me know when you see it. And the first thing she got was, this bitch didn't even eat it. I'm pissed. And she went, watch it again. You didn't get the point. I was so mad. It was just to show boobs.
The
Like,
point
she lifts the box up to
yeah,
Flash.
The point was she had boobs. Her boobs were out.
I was more mad
But
that she
either
didn't
way.
take a bite of the cinnamon roll.
That's fucking wild. I was mad about that part too.
I was livid.
Either way, he's recently been using Reddit to look at hookups in our area and porn and all that kinds of shit, and he lied about the use of Reddit, like he's too dumb to get it. Like, shut up, you're not an idiot. Yes, you do know how to use it. I may look dumb, but I'm not a fucking idiot either. Either quit lying, or should I just make an account just for me that I act the same way he does and hope he finds it one day and ask him how it feels to have me answering to people looking for a hookup and looking interested and commenting on fucking masculine ass porn, asking
That's
if I
cheating.
can help, and posting it, literally
Wait,
doing what he's doing.
If he's reaching out to people, that's cheating.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That goes beyond porn addict. That's just straight cheating.
Yeah, that's just cheating. Yeah. Well, I don't want to sound like bad here or like misogynistic, but like if you have a girlfriend, why are you reaching out to other people?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, and why are you even watching it? Like, this has been a kind of a little bit of a TMI thing, but like whenever I've ever gotten with women, the second like we enter like a talking phase or like it starts getting a little more like serious, any interest in anything else outside of them is completely gone.
Okay,
Like-
you're not the only one. I'm
like-
the same fucking way. It's not
Yeah.
appealing.
Like, and I mean like any form of that stuff, and like that's obviously changed a little bit over time for me as I've gotten older, you know, and got a little bit more of like a path and like my spiritual side and stuff like that. But like any interest in that aspect of things, like you know, the self-handling side of it, I guess is a more PG way of explaining it, completely gone. And like I said, I like even if it's months and there's no like anything like to kind of get rid of that aspect of the male side to testosterone, I guess. I still am better than, you know, considering in the mindset of like, oh, I'm gonna go, you know, use a video of some other person doing it. But the second like that happens, it's like a switch in my brain. It just completely turns off, and it's no longer interesting.
Dude, no, because that's for real. Because like when you're invested into somebody, because I get the same way where it's like I'm invested, and so then it's like all of that just doesn't appeal, and it looks gross now. Like it's uncomfortable now. I'm like, I don't want anything to do with this. I hate that shit. Like I don't hate that shit. I hate that shit now. Well,
it's just it's not. It's just not objectively attractive anymore.
One thing, it's more so like a lonely thing too. Once you start talking to somebody, you develop that like emotional connection. You're not lonely anymore, and so it's like you don't even feel a need or a drive because it's no longer appealing. Because why would you look at random people faking it when you have somebody you care about? So it's just like,
yeah, it's just it's almost like, and it's, you know, some people have that whole argument of like micro cheating.
Mm-hmm.
It does kind of align to that in my head. Obviously, like cheating's cheating. But I do align with the mindset that like there are things that people can do that are like, that's kind of a little bit on the bounds there. And I'm not like, oh, like, you know, like if I was sitting with my partner and like, I'm not gay, but like if there's a good looking dude walked by and like she was looking at him like, that's a good looking dude, like I wouldn't be weird about it. But like I'm saying, like, you know, anything that would be like pushing that stuff, like, you know, like grinding up another dude at a club.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I was drunk. Oh, you knew what you were doing. You know, it's stuff like that like kind of like, it's like,
I hate the drunk argument. Anybody who says, "Oh well, I was drunk," you know how you act drunk, then, so you shouldn't be drunk. Yeah, it's not an excuse.
Exactly. Yeah. The drunk is like the. You guys have watched Captain America, the first one?
Yep.
I always like explain getting drunk or alcohol is like the serum in the movie, where it's like it makes the good and people good, you know, and the bad, or you know, the bad worse is what they say in the movie, and like that's kind of the objective way kind of explain drinking, because like if you're a shitbag and you drink, you're just gonna be a shitbag level 2, and if you are a good person, if you drink, you're probably gonna be a good person, you know, when you're drunk too. And sometimes if you're emotionally imbalanced, that may come out if you're having a hard time, maybe a little more sad or something like that. But typically those traits are kind of easy to figure out ahead of time.
She gives I love you speeches.
Pointing at me right now. No.
See, I get progressively dumber. Like my IQ goes down by like 30 or 40 points every time I take a swig.
I start doing I love you speeches and then I'll start crying halfway through while doing the speeches. And then 10 minutes later, I'm like, let's fucking go, let's party.
I just lose a filter. Any filter that I previously had is gone.
What filter?
Exactly. So if you think I don't have one now when I am inebriated, it's worse. I just have a smart mouth.
You can't say shit.
But anyway.
You can't say shit, so do you.
Okay, so play for play, porn addiction. He's on Reddit seeking things. Where are we at in that?
She's asking if she should do the same thing to kind of teach him, like, to see how bad this actually is.
No.
That's no. Yeah, no. I agree with Val on that one, because ultimately
I wouldn't lower myself.
That just makes you a cheater, so you're just as bad.
Yeah.
He's already cheating. Just leave.
Do that, and also, like, for one thing, being a guy, like going out and meeting up with strangers is one thing, but be a little sexist here. A female, it's a lot more of a dangerous thing, and there's a lot of situations, and obviously it's not as common, but there are situations where a girl gets grabbed and then she's never seen again. You know, so to risk that kind of thing happening because you want to make some guy that, from what I'm understanding, is kind of just a dirtbag in general, feel bad about himself. Girl, your best bet's just to fucking like leak his like view history or something and fucking dump him.
Yeah.
Like,
no, literally. And the thing is like going play for play like that, in hopes that, you know, he's gonna like I want to know what her end goal is. Is it just so he feels bad? So he goes, "Oh, I see all the pain I've caused you." Okay, but what's the end goal after that? You stay together? suddenly you guys are hunky-dory, you're still gonna break up. I feel like that's an inevitability. A breakup is bound to happen. You know he's a piece of shit. He knows he's a piece of shit or he wouldn't be on these sites. So even going play for play, he's not going to see it as a, oh, I get it now, babe. Like, I understand you're hurt. No, he's just going to flip the script. Like, it's not like a Messiah thing where you preach and he gets it now. He's going to look at you and be like, oh, you're actually a bitch. And so I was right for being on these sites already. So you're just going to prove his point further. For no, like, just leave, run, get the fuck out. You know, like, he can have fun.
At that point, if you want to go get laid because you want to, not because you're getting back at him, and then break up with him, and then that can be your revenge story. But you know, like I said, I don't think cheating's a great thing at all. I think it's awful. But if you're gonna be doing that sort of thing, don't do it because you're doing it for someone else to get back at them. Do it because you want to do it for yourself.
Oh yeah, especially with something like. Like, don't get me wrong, people, you know, they sleep to sleep. They sleep because it's fun. They sleep for multiple reasons. But, like, if you're doing it to get back at somebody, and now granted, not everyone's going to have this mentality. I'm sure there's people who can do that play for play and be like, haha, you know, I slept with so-and-so, got back at you, and they can walk away scot-free. But I think for a lot of people, if you do that play for play, you're going to feel that gratitude for 0.2 seconds. And then you're going to feel regret. And you can't take back the action. And not so, like, regret on the relationship. You're going to feel regret because you didn't, end of the day, truly want to sleep with that person. Because even if it's for fun or if it's for a get back, it's still a very intimate act. That it's like, you're going to regret it. You're not going to get the satisfaction you want. You're just going to feel shittier. Maybe him and the car guy should hook up. I feel like they'd be perfect together.
They'd be great pegging partners.
Right? Like, he can pull up and, you know, the little silk shorts. He can make a post on Reddit and that guy's going to be like, oh boy, the silk shorts. I'll pump your gas for you. And they'll be perfect together.
Somebody come get her.
Like a stripper.
Oh my lord. Have we learned anything tonight? I don't know if we've learned anything.
Don't be a dick.
Men ain't shit.
Don't be a dick, and if someone swings first, no matter what, they swung first, you hit them back.
Throw a water bottle at your boyfriend because you're in silk pajama shorts and he's on Reddit.
Yeah.
That's the best collaboration.
I don't think that's appropriate.
Don't be on Reddit. That's the story. Don't ignore this nice glowy sign. Stay the fuck off Reddit. It's an echo chamber of hell. But with the echo chamber being concluded for tonight, that's all we got. And so I do want to say a huge thank you for Val for coming out and taking the time on desktop mode to chill and yap.
That'll be $5 PayPal. $5 PayPal. Okay.
So chat, I need you guys to like subscribe now because I don't have $5. Who the fuck put in chat?
Skibbity.
But for those who aren't aware of who this man is, there's the Taco Bell. You were waiting on that one. Okay. The links will be linked where the links are linked, so you guys can go give this man love and go give your support.
Oh god, there he goes.
Or else he'll be at your headboard.
I can smell you. Take a shower.
And with that, y'all, we will see you guys next week. Bye-bye!
Bye-bye!